I want you to open your Maps app right now. Go on. Zoom into your own street. Now imagine it rerouting you, turn by turn, calm and confident, to a patch of grass behind a barn that isn't zoned as anything. No church, no historical marker, no record in any county archive. And when you get out of the car to see what your phone is so insistent you find, there's a headstone waiting for you, weathered, sunken at an angle, like the ground swallowed it a long time ago. That happened to me 11 times. Not 11 different places, 11 different graveyards. Each one according to my GPS. Each one absent from every map, deed, and record I checked afterward. I drive for a living. I've spent 400 nights on back roads in the dark, and I thought I knew what unsettling felt like. I didn't. Not until my phone started taking me to the dead. My name's Danny Wexler. I drive nights for a regional courier service out of a town called Millbrook, Ohio. The kind of place where the gas station closes at 9 and the fog sits low in the cornfields until almost noon. I'd been doing the job 2 years. Same roads, same dispatch app, same dull hum of tires on cracked county asphalt. The first time it happened, I didn't think anything of it. I was routed out to a delivery near Route 9, past the old Koenig farm, when my GPS voice, flat, robotic, the same voice it always used, said, "In 400 feet, turn left onto Bellhaven Lane." There is no Bellhaven Lane. I'd driven that stretch more nights than I could count. It's just tree line and drainage ditch. But there it was on my screen. A thin gray road, unnamed on the satellite view, but labeled in the turn-by-turn. I remember laughing it off. Figured some contractor cut a service road through the woods and maps hadn't updated the imagery yet. So, because I'm an idiot with too much curiosity, I turned left. The gravel gave way almost immediately to grass. My headlights caught the tree line first, then, low and half swallowed in weeds, the corner of something rectangular and gray. A headstone. Then another, maybe 15 feet past it. Then a row. I sat in my car for a solid minute with the engine running, watching my dashboard's little blue arrow blinking calmly in the center of a graveyard that did not appear on the satellite image 4 feet above the road it claimed to be on. I didn't get out that night. I turned around, and I didn't mention it to anyone. Told myself it was some abandoned family plot. Those exist out in farm country more than people realize. Not everything creepy is sinister. Some things are just old. That should have been the end of it. It wasn't. 2 weeks later, different job, different county. I was making a delivery near Ashworth, 40 minutes from Millbrook, somewhere I'd never once driven before, and the GPS did it again. Different road name this time. Same calm, confident voice, routing me off the delivery path entirely, insisting I take a turn onto a road that, according to the satellite view, was just an open field. I checked. I zoomed in on my phone right there in the driveway before I left. No road, no structure, just green. I didn't turn that time. But the next night, doing the same route, my GPS rerouted around where that field was, like it was avoiding it. Like something about the road it had shown me before was now telling it to steer clear. That's when the small details started stacking up, the ones you dismiss individually but can't ignore together. My phone's battery would drop 20% in the 10 minutes I was near one of these phantom locations, even sitting untouched in the cup holder. The dashboard clock, not my phone, the actual car's dash clock, would occasionally jump. I'd glance down mid-drive and it had read 3:14 a.m. when I knew it had been 11:40, not 10 minutes prior. And the names. God, the names. I got curious enough one night to actually get out of the car at one of these places, a plot the GPS called out near an overpass outside Danville. I walked the headstones with my phone flashlight, half convinced I'd find some old pauper's cemetery the county forgot to record. Instead, I found my own last name, WEXLER, carved into stone that looked at least 60 years old, moss thick in the letters. No first name I recognized, no dates I could make out. They'd worn smooth. But the last name sat there in gray stone, in a graveyard that didn't exist on any map, 40 minutes from a town my family has lived in for 3 generations. I stood there a long time, long enough that the automatic locks on my car clicked once, on their own, behind me. I didn't sleep that night. I went down a rabbit hole. County clerk records, historical society Facebook groups, old plat maps from the 1800s scanned into some volunteer archive site. Nothing. No graveyard at that overpass. No graveyard on Bellhaven. No graveyard near Ashworth. Every single phantom cemetery my GPS had shown me across 2 months didn't exist in a single official record, past or present. Except mine kept finding them. Like the app wasn't reading maps anymore. Like it was reading something else. The last one happened on a delivery that should have taken 11 minutes. I remember because the app told me. 11 minutes, 1 turn, straight shot down Route 40. Instead, halfway there, the screen flickered. Not a normal glitch. The whole display strobed white for half a second, like a photo negative, and when it came back, the little blue arrow wasn't on the road anymore. It was off to the side, in a field, moving, like I was already driving through it, even though my actual car hadn't left the pavement. The voice came on before I could pull over. "You have arrived." I hadn't touched anything. I hadn't turned. I was still doing 55 on Route 40 with cornfields on either side of me, and my GPS was telling me, calm as ever, that I'd arrived at my destination. Then it said something GPS voices don't say. It said my name. "Danny, you have arrived." I don't remember braking so much as I remember already being stopped, hazards on, hands shaking too badly to hold the wheel. The screen was still lit, still showing that same flat blue arrow, sitting motionless in the center of a gray, unlabeled rectangle of a road that didn't exist on the satellite image. A road that, when I looked up through my windshield, was somehow also right there, running off into the dark past the shoulder of Route 40. A road I have driven past 400 nights in 2 years and never once seen. I didn't turn onto it. I sat there with my phone in my lap, doors locked, watching that arrow blink in a place that shouldn't have existed maybe 8 feet from my car for 11 minutes. The exact time the delivery was supposed to take. Then the screen went black. Not off. Black, with the backlight still faintly on, like something was still rendering just under the surface. It stayed like that for maybe 10 seconds. Then it just came back. Normal Maps app. Normal route. Recalculating, like it had lost signal for a second. Like nothing had happened at all. I quit that job 2 weeks later. Told my supervisor it was for a schedule change. It wasn't. I still have the phone, sitting in a drawer, powered off. I've read that you're supposed to wipe a device like that. Factory reset it, hand it off, sell it, get rid of it entirely. I haven't been able to make myself turn it back on to do that, because the last thing I did before I put it in that drawer was open the Maps app one final time, just to look, just to check if the road was still marked. It was gone. No phantom road, no cemetery, nothing but the ordinary stretch of Route 40 I've always known. Except in the search history, sitting there like it had always been there, was one saved location. A pin. Coordinates I never entered. Labeled in the app's own handwriting-style font it uses for saved places. Home. I haven't opened it since. But some nights, when my current phone's screen lights up on its own in the dark of my apartment, notification, low battery, doesn't matter what, I find myself waiting to hear it say my name.